PLC Network here with another unboxing, this time coming from the company Zike. And what this is today, what we have are two products coming from Zike, two of their newer products, newest products, one being an NVMe enclosure and one being a power bank, both tapping into newer technologies, one pretty new and one which is roughly new. This is USB4. USB4 has been around for a little bit, but it's just now becoming a lot more available within the laptop and computer market. So more people are being able to harness the power of USB4 because of that. And we get to open these up and take a look at what they look like and what they can accomplish today. But starting with this guy right here, this is the ZikeDrive Z666 NVMe external USB4 enclosure, or USB4 NVMe enclosure. And I would have picked a different name than 666, or a different number at least. But this is the Z666 ZikeDrive by Zike. And it allows you to take any NVMe drive and turn it portable. You know, instead of being inside of a computer, you're sticking the NVMe drive in here, those newer stick-style NVMe drives that are incredibly fast, and you're able to take it on the go and use it as your personal thumb drive, essentially, just a little bit bigger than a thumb drive. And because it's USB 4, it taps into that USB 4 interface and all of the capabilities of that interface, such as being able to support up to 40 gigabits per second, which translates to about 5 gigabytes per second. So there's a lot of throughput that USB 4 is capable of. And this taps into a lot of that. This can go up to 3.8 gigabytes per second with its read speeds, and up to 3.2, or I think it's like 3.199 or something like that. Oops, about to drop it, for its write speeds. So this has a lot of capability for it. It's not maximizing the USB 4's interface or total throughput of that interface, but it is taking advantage of the majority of it, giving you an incredibly powerful external thumb drive, essentially, for your pocket or your bag or wherever you want to drop it into. It handles up to 16 terabyte drives or capacities, given that's theoretical, because who has 16 terabyte drives? Nobody. But theoretically speaking, this should be able to handle up to 16 terabyte capacities, and might go over, might be a little bit less, who knows? We'll know when we get there in terms of commercially available or consumer available products out there that can reach up to 16 terabytes. But for now, if you have like a 2 terabyte, a 4 terabyte, or a half a terabyte drive, you can throw that in here and take that on the go. Since it's USB 4, it supports pretty much every USB connection out there. You're only going to be facing speed changes, you know, as you progress below USB 4. So if you have a, you know, let's say like I have a USB 3 USB-A connection on the side of this laptop here, then I would be limited to the speed of that port. It probably, most likely, is going to be 5 gigabits per second, or maybe 10 gigabits per second max out of that. So that'll drop the speed down from this. Of course, you can move up as well. There is one newer connection from USB 4, which is now Thunderbolt 5, which is a little bit faster, so that way you know you'll definitely be able to push this for as fast as it can go, which is exactly what we're going to do in a moment, because this has Thunderbolt 5 connections on here. So we'll definitely give this a little bit of a stress test in a moment. But long story short, this will plug it into just about any USB port, USB-A, USB-C, if you have an adapter. I don't know if it comes with an adapter. I don't think it comes with, it's just USB-C to USB-C in here, but you can use an adapter. You're just gonna keep in mind that you're gonna take a significant drop in speeds. But USB 4 and above, Thunderbolt 4, Thunderbolt 3, Thunderbolt 5, you're gonna be able to maximize the capabilities of this NVMe enclosure and really get the most out of it. And like most NVMe enclosures, it has a nice aluminum chassis to it, so that just pretty much helps with heat dissipation. Also looks cool and feels cool, but it helps to spread the heat out from the drive, so you're not, you know, overheating and experiencing too many cases of thermal throttling. And it also has a hideaway USB cable that just slides into the side, and it offers a tool-free design, which means you shouldn't have to have a screwdriver or anything. You should be able to just slide this open. Probably a rubber little piece that you spin or move out of the way to pop the NVMe in and out, and you're done. So user-friendly. And the MSRP price on this is about $130, although currently it is on sale, I believe. So you can save a little bit online. We'll make sure to provide some links in the description, of course. So we're gonna pop this open and see what it looks like. Now this is pretty simple, so both these products are, so accessory-wise, you're not gonna see a lot going on here. But one thing that immediately pops out is the fact that they include a longer USB4 to, or excuse me, USB4, a USB-C to USB-C, USB4 cable. And so this is going to be good for situations where the built-in one might be too short, because for something like the laptop, that's fine. But for a computer, you might need a little bit more length. The drive, or the enclosure, is wrapped in this nice protective plastic and comes with this cool clamshell that just serves as a means of added protection. It just helps to make it look nice and shiny, protects it from scratching, and you have on the side here, you have your cable that's tucked in, and it just slides right out. So again, this is good for shorter distances, like going to this laptop or a mobile device. And when you're done with it, you just slide it back in, and it travels with the drive or the enclosure, so that's less things you have to carry around with you, such as this, unless you're wanting to connect it to a full desktop. On the one side here, you see a USB-C port here, which is what that cable or this one would plug into. And then the other side, it just shows you a little arrow that says open from up here. To pop this bad boy open, let's see, looks kind of like a puzzle box here since I didn't read the instructions. So you have the little plastic thing that slides out. Obviously it says lift to open here. Just make sure it clears the plastic case. And that slides right off. On the inside here, you'll see a cooling pad here. This is just a thermal pad that helps to, pretty much keep the drive cool by sucking all that heat away from the drive and then spreading it to the aluminum chassis. And then you have your NVMe slot right here. And just as I thought, there's a little rubber grommet or a little piece here that spins around that just kind of locks the drive into place. And no tools are needed. You slide and pop off a few pieces, put your drive in there, spin this into place, which acts as the screw that anchors the drive down, keeps it in place, put everything back together, and you have an NVMe drive in its enclosure. So this is pretty simple, and like I said, there's not really much that comes with dealing with an external enclosure like this. So the only thing we have really to do is to test this out. So we have here an NVMe drive that's a 0.5 terabyte. Nothing too fancy, but good for testing with. We're going to slide that in there, pop it in. We're going to spin the little rubber grommet. And now the drive is in there. It's nice and secure, nice and tight. It's not going anywhere. We're going to take, like I said, we're going to take and peel this off. And we'll slide everything back together. And now we have a drive installed and ready to go. I'll use the small dongle that it comes with. Few steps to go through, obviously, because this drive's never been used before, it looks like, so I just had to format it within disk management here within Windows. And now we have a new D drive connected to this system. And we have a dummy file here, which is a 20 gigabyte test file, dummy file here. We're going to just drag and drop it onto the drive, see what happens. And we are screaming. So, of course, we're limited to, it could be the speed of this drive. I don't really know which generation of NVMe we have in here, but it is moving at just under 900 megabytes per second. It is screaming. And that's it. 20 gigabytes has officially been copied onto this thing. So if you use a PCI Express Gen 5 card or something in here, or 4 or 5 card in here, this might be 3, the potential of being able to really maximize that 3.8 and 3.2 threshold for your read speeds and your write speeds is definitely there. Again, this is probably PCI Express 3 NVMe. Gen 3, so that might be a little bit slower. But this shows that this thing is screaming. It's definitely taking advantage of one of these. There was a thumb drive here somewhere that I had that transferred the test file onto here, which was a Thunderbolt 3 drive. I believe it was Thunderbolt 3. Yes, Thunderbolt 3, and copied it at exactly the same speed and or around it. So you know that this thing is definitely performing the way it's supposed to. It is a fast enclosure and something that's absolutely fantastic to take with you on the road between work and home or anywhere else that you need to transfer large amounts of files with. this you can depend on. It's always nice to have a USB 4 or Thunderbolt 3 Plus enclosure for NVMe drives, because you don't want to just put a crazy fast NVMe drive into an enclosure and find out that the enclosure itself isn't fast enough for the drive. So that's always important. So ZikeDrive Z666 right here. So far it seems to be performing very well, and there you have it. It's an enclosure. There's not really much to this. So we're going to move on to the next product here. Ooh, that sounded terrible. Get rid of some of this stuff. So you have the enclosure. Now you have the battery. Now this, again, this is a solid state battery, and solid state is a newer type of battery that they've been really focusing on for a number of years now, trying to come up with something that's, a little bit better than lithium ion that we're used to. So this is what you're going to be finding soon, potentially in EV vehicles and other products such as this, and or maybe batteries within a laptop. And it comes with a few perks, such as higher energy densities and what do you call them? Solid electrolytes. Solid electrolytes. Thank you. And it just gives you a more stable battery, a stable experience, and a reduced chance of ever having to worry about things like swelling and bursting, exploding and catching fire. These are supposed to be safer. And that means that they're going to be easier to take on planes and, less restricted. But this is the Zike 1052A solid state power bank. It's a 10,000 mAh battery bank, so it's powerful. It's small. It's, I'd say, average in weight when you compare it to just about anything else out there. And it offers two different ways of charging your devices. You have USB-C for fast charging, and then of course you have the MagSafe option here. So I guess I should have mentioned that in the title of the product. The Zike Z1052A, I'm going to cheat, solid state battery power bank. That's all, actually. It does stay in here, so I got it right. But MagSafe power bank. So it's important to point that out. MagSafe. So you have wireless QI charging on here for your phones, but you also have MagSafe support, which means it'll stick to the back of your iPhone or any other phone that supports MagSafe technology, which really is just QI 2 or greater with a magnet. But it supports this. And because of that, again, with USB-C, you have fast charging, so you can charge your phone up a little bit quicker. And or if you're on the MagSafe wireless charging side connected to your phone, you're taking advantage of QI2, which means you can charge at up to 15 watts. And so it's not 2.2, the new 2.2 that came out recently, unfortunately, it's like 25 watts. So I'm sure Zike is working on a new solution for that they'll probably have later in the year. Don't know, haven't spoken to them about that, but I mean, they are. But currently this is their QI2 version, so 15 watts, which is still plenty fast for most models unless you just bought your phone. And this one has an MSRP of $99, which is expensive. Battery banks are so expensive, or power banks, battery banks, whatnot. $99 is a lot of money, but you do got to keep in mind that, again, power banks are expensive, but also this is a new technology. It's newer technology, and like with any new technology, until it is absolutely flooding the market, it's expensive. You got to pay for it in the beginning as those first generation models roll out, and well, you're seeing that now. But you have an even simpler setup here. Instructions, just like that one came with instructions, but this one only comes with one USB cable, because it only needs one, and because it doesn't have any kind of area for a cable to tuck away into, it looks like. Oh no, it does. But you have the battery bank here, or the power bank. You have the QI surface here. You have your USB-C ports right here, which also work for charging this thing. You have a button here that just kind of like triggers it to wake up in case your device doesn't immediately start charging when you plug it in. And then you have, built into the lanyard here, this is your USB-C cable. A tiny little USB, it's kind of, I guess the word cute applies to this thing. That's what you use to plug this into your phone and charge your phone with. So that was definitely a clever trick that they did there. It helps allow you to minimize the overall footprint of the product, so that way it's not taking up a lot of space, but it's in the process it's also serving dual purposes. So what we'll do here is we'll go ahead and test it out. And that QI MagSafe charging on the back there. I just so happen to have a phone that supports that. It just plugs right into the back or slaps right into the back here. And immediately you can see the phone is charging. So there you have it. This is a MagSafe QI2 15-watt portable power bank that is a solid-state battery instead of a typical lithium-ion battery. So it's safer, you can travel on the planes with this, and it also looks good. It's small, it's compact, it's high density. So USB, plug it in, charge it, and then take it with you on the road and charge your devices via USB and or QI, without that being in the way, QI wireless charging. So those are the two new products from Zike. Again, you have the ZikeDrive Z666 and you have the Zike, I gotta look at it. It doesn't say it, it doesn't say it. Wait, here it is, Z1052. Z1052. A. It's missing an A. I think there's supposed to be an A at the end there. But those are the two new products. This one, I believe, is still coming right now on their website. It says that it's out of stock, I believe. Could be wrong. So that might be still coming soon in terms of they're trying to get their inventory going. This one is currently available now. It is available on their website as well as Amazon. We'll make sure to have a link in the description so that you can find both of these products, or at least this one if it's the only one available at this time. But definitely check the description for that information. And as always, don't forget to subscribe and follow us. If you like this video, also tick the like button to let us know you like this specific video, but definitely subscribe, tick that like button, and take advantage of the comment section below to ask any questions between each other, if you have something for us or for the manufacturer in case they're watching. Definitely take advantage of the comment section to share your thoughts. And as always, we thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time. If you want to stay on top of all the latest and greatest, and or at least the gadgets we cover, remember to subscribe right here. Subscription button. Click it. You're going to want to. There's lots of videos, interviews, previews, all sorts of stuff. Button. Click it.